A budget game changer phone, huh? That's what they're calling this new iPhone SE4. Big claims. We see them all the time in the tech world, right?
Right.
So you and I are going to dig into this article, see if this thing lives up to the hype. Can a budget phone actually, change the game?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? And it's especially interesting with Apple because, well, they're known for premium products, premium prices.
For sure.
So the idea of them releasing a genuinely good budget phone, yeah, that'd be a big deal.
Huge. And speaking of premium, this article is saying the SE4 is taking design cues from the iPhone 14. We're talking flat sides, OLED screen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and get this, they're bringing back Face ID.
No way. Really?
Yeah, which I know a lot of people have actually missed that.
Yeah.
But okay, let's break it down a bit. OLED screen, is that like a big deal?
It is. It really is. Remember those older LCD screens?
Yeah.
OLED just blows them away. Like, imagine watching a movie and the blacks are actually black.
Mm-hmm.
The color's more vibrant. It's a way better viewing experience.
Oh, yeah.
And for gamers,
Yeah.
huge difference, especially for like fast-paced action, that kind of thing.
Makes sense.
So yeah, Apple's definitely aiming for that, like more premium feel, even on a budget model.
Yeah.
With that OLED screen.
Okay, gotta be honest, when this article started talking about an A18 chip and 8 GB RAM, I kind of glazed over a bit.
Sure.
So for someone who's not like a tech wizard, what does all that actually mean? Give it to me straight. Will this thing let me scroll TikTok while listening to music without, sounding like a robot?
That's the dream, right? Okay, so basically that A18 chip, that's the engine of the phone. It's designed to handle a lot. And 8 GB of RAM, that means you could have multiple apps running smoothly at the same time.
So no more robot voice?
No more robot voice, your TikTok, your Spotify, all good.
Music to my ears. Literally. Okay, but what about the camera? That's like the make or break for any phone these days. This article was hyping up a 48 MP wide camera and a 12 MP front camera.
Right.
I mean, more megapixels has got to mean better photos, right?
It's not always that simple. More megapixels can mean more detail, sure. But think of it like this. Megapixels are like the number of crayons in a box.
Okay.
But the lens quality, that's the artist.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
so a good quality lens is going to capture more light, more detail, even if it has fewer megapixels. Having said that, 48 MP on a budget phone, that gives you a lot of flexibility for editing later. You can crop in without losing too much detail and that kind of thing.
that makes sense. Okay, last thing from this article that caught my eye, it mentioned something called a center 5G modem. Handles Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, all that good stuff. Is that significant or just another buzzword?
Definitely significant,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to battery life.
How so?
See, having a dedicated chip just for those functions like Apple's doing with a center, that often means smoother performance and less drain on your battery.
So potentially longer battery life.
Exactly.
Which, let's be real, that's what we all want.
Right.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. We're looking at a potential budget phone here. It's got a sleek design. It sounds like the specs are pretty impressive for its class. And maybe, just maybe, a really good camera. So back to our original question, is this the budget game changer?
It could be. It really could. But like with all tech, the real test is in the using, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does it actually feel? How's that price point? We'll have to wait and see. But it's definitely got potential.
It really does. And one last thing that's got me thinking, this whole thing with the SE4 borrowing design elements from the iPhone 14, does that tell us anything about where Apple might be headed with their future phone designs?
Mm-hmm.
Something to think about.
Yeah, good point.
All right, well, that's about going to do it for this deep dive. Thanks for...
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, and thanks to all of you for listening.